The new pagoda will replace this one. It's been here about 2 years. The one before this one lasted about 7 years. It was made entirely out of wood. This one is mostly wood, but do have some plastic such as the roof. I decided to make the new one completely out of plastic, but keep most of the original design. Since this roof is all plastic, I'll keep it and put it on the new structure. Starting with my 14 by 14 square 1/4 inch PVC sheet. I first made marks corner to corner diagonally so that I could create the octagonal shape. I then used my homemade compass to mark a radius circle from each corner. I connected the ends of the radius lines to establish exactly where to cut the corners off. A quick check to see that all the lines are even. Then cut the corners to get the octagonal shape. I use this piece as a template for the second tier. Using a scrap piece, I marked a setback for the walls from the edge. Then I measured the width that I needed to cut the walls. After cutting the width, I measured out and cut my desired height. I used my sander to bevel the edges for a tighter fit. Did this for 24 pieces, 8 for each of the 3 tiers. I drilled out 1.25 inch holes for 2 pieces on each tier for the lizard's entry and exits. I also drilled out holes in the platform so they could move between tiers. I decided to use some Liquid Nails Extreme Bond, but it didn't work out for me. I can't say that the product wasn't good. I can only say that the drying time was much too long. I ended up disassembling it all, cleaning it up, and going with hot glue. Had to scrape off the residue of the liquid nails and hot glue. I couldn't find plastic dowels for the tier braces, so I used strips of the PVC. Using my very reliable hot glue. Repeated the process for the second tier. The hot glue is very unforgiving, so be very careful. I'm using EVA foam to create the gates for the first tier. I'll spray paint them red after I'm done. I didn't film when I made the doors, the windows, and a yin-yang symbol as visual interest. These are the only sections that I will be hand painting. Now to glue on the EVA foam gates. Very easy to make adjustments to these gates with a scissors or a razor. I'm cutting a strip for the top gates. Using a scrap piece, I mark out the width of the gates between the posts. This made it easier to cut out the whole designs in the entire strip instead of each individual piece. I then spray painted them yellow, cut the individual pieces out, and glued them into place. I could have used EVA foam for this, but I used PVC sheets. The old pagoda was quite weathered and came off quite easily. I trimmed off any damage from the original top so that I could reuse it. I used the rest of the slow-drying liquid nail to set this in place, since I would be using screws. I used new exterior screws, but I utilized the existing holes in my peach tree stump. Then hot glued down the original top to the new structure. Reinforcing the seams with another layer of hot glue. The installation of the flag on top symbolizes the completion of this particular project. Although the entire pagoda is made of plastic, I utilized some automotive clear coat to help preserve it.